All right, Rob Dew with Infowars.com. It looks like the last remaining holdouts are walking out now. And, of course, we're going to get the first scoop. All right, guys, did you get beat? You look okay. Look like nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. I mean, we just stayed there to see what we could do and how far we could get.
Right.
We heard there were some Bilderbergers in the lobby, so we went downstairs to try to talk to them. One of the security ladies who has been following me around, taking photos of me throughout the last couple of days, actually spotted me, and that's when these wonderful gentlemen came up, and we're kind of flabbergasted and shocked, but we're live streaming right now.
Excellent.
We're going to have the video up on youtube.com/wearechanged, and Dix is going to have it up, Lawrence Sanders is going to have it up. And yeah, I mean, let these guys talk.
All right.
Done enough
yeah,
talking.
go follow those guys, see where they're going. I wonder if they're going to mess with our car right now. I didn't move it quite off the property, so let's see what happens. Lauren,
Yes.
were you fearful at all for your safety or well-being?
Was I fearful for my safety? Well, I was a bit worried that we were going to be sacrificed by the Bilderbergers since we stayed after 12, but we managed to survive. But yeah, they were freaked out when they saw us in there. They were like, how did we let this happen? There are people that should not be there. They came up and asked, where are you from? Where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Canada.
I don't speak jive.
Yeah.
Like, no, where'd you come from?
Yeah. Are you checking out, right? And then we're like, oh, we haven't checked out yet. Just absolute panic. The girl was watching him, walked by, then walked right back to get security. Yeah.
But then I was like, where's coffee? I want some coffee now.
Yeah.
Can we have some coffee? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, I just want some coffee. Your coffee is really good here. Can we please have some? And they're like, oh, no possible, sir, no.
See, they're under a paradox right now. They have to be nice and be respectful to people, but then also they have this impending doom of something they can't talk about that's coming. They don't want to talk about it. We tried talking to them at the front desk, and they just weren't interested in having a conversation.
No, the lady at the front desk literally, like, she's like, okay, you have to go, like, started pushing the roundabout door. So we just get out of there, and she did it in, like, the most fakest, most pretend way that you could possibly come off. But yeah, they are definitely hiding something in there, and you could just see it from all the criminal behavior that they're exuding.
You don't get that panicked. You don't get that freaked out.
For no reason.
Unless, like, honestly, they looked like scared for their jobs, scared for, and.
This is a demerit.
Oh, absolutely. You don't see people with that look in their eyes very often.
All right, let's talk about the courtyard. They built this giant structure in the courtyard. They're covering it with plastic, and now they're pumping in cold air while they tell us we can't have air conditioning in our rooms. How hypocritical is that, and do you think that will also be a location for a giant sex foam party during Bilderberg?
Oh, definitely a sex foam party, and it's a shame
told you I was right.
invited. Shame we weren't invited. Yeah, but it's a very odd-looking structure. They've got lots of machinery in there. I don't know, they've been working on it the last few days. You know, it's funny, I went in there and I asked one of the guys what he was working on. I'm like, oh, what's this for? Pretending just to be like a bystander walking through the streets. And he's like, oh, it's for a meeting for the government of Europe.
Yeah, so he thinks it's the government of Europe. Well, you know, and that is almost like, it's almost the government of the world, the unelected, unofficial government of the world. That's what's going to be going on here. Dan Dix, do you have any comment on anything?
Well, I've just been having Hotel California play in my head for the last, like, 2 hours because apparently we were going to never be able to leave if we stayed past 12. But it's currently 1 o'clock and we just walked out, so all is good. No, just looking forward to catching some of these guys rolling in here soon. Yeah, looking forward to documenting all of these guys who are going to be pulling in the next a couple of days.
I'm interested in talking to Lindsey Graham, sitting senator right now, who is, I guess, coming here to help formulate a plan to get rid of Trump and thwart a Trump presidency. So a fellow Republican, definitely not playing with the Republicans on this venture. What do you know about Lindsey Graham?
I don't know a whole lot about Lindsey Graham. Yeah. No, yeah.
I think he's a foam party guy. We also have Jeff Berwick over here from the Dollar Vigilante. What do you make of all this madness going on?
Well, it's interesting. I came last year, and we were the only people inside during lockdown last year, and they were the only people this time. They just got kicked out. The security, it gets pretty crazy. You guys had a lot of problems last year. They're following you around. They followed us around while we were here. It's it's just starting now, and very interesting. It's right in the middle of town here, so we're going to have, unlike last year, you couldn't get within 6 miles of the place. So, going to have an opportunity. Infowars can see who's coming in. There's a lot of speculation. Yeah, definitely.
To get good video.
Yeah, it's very strange they're having it so open. Maybe they're getting a little bold now. It's kind of, I think they're winning and they don't care anymore. And let's do it right in the middle of town. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting week.
I like how these tour guides keep walking through and nobody knows what's going on. They're talking about the security, but we don't know there's something meeting, and they keep going. They don't really talk about, hey, it's the Bilderberg meeting. 200 of the most powerful people in Western Europe, Canada, and the United States getting together to plot your future. They don't tell them that, because if they did, people would start to question and wonder what the hell is going on in their world.
Yeah, absolutely. Although I have talked to a few people, the people in Dresden appear to know there is some sort of meeting going on. They might have even heard the word Bilderberg. Everyone seems a little scared about it. It's interesting to see just, the general mood here. But it's also interesting to see there's no media here except for you guys.
and a few. There's a local German public television is around here, and that's about it. Very small. No, the head chief foreign correspondent for NBC is going to be coming here, Richard Engel. So, but you're not going to see NBC do a report on this. He's not going to have a camera crew with him. There will be there will be nothing. It will be silent. I tweeted him today. Said, "Does the B in NBC stand for Bilderberg 2016?"
Well, we went last year, and actually the White House press corps was in the Bilderberg Hotel the day before. And we talked to them, and they didn't even know the Bilderberg meeting was the next day. They said, "Oh, we're flying out tonight." And we said, "Do you know what Bilderberg is?" And no one seemed to know what it was. And we said, "You should actually be covering it. This is where all the big people come to actually do some sort of plans." And they told us, "Well, we're not real journalists. We're actors." They told us that in person. Wow. NBC, CNN, they were all there. And they said, "You guys are the real journalists." And but we just do what we're told. That's what they told us.
There you go, lapdogs for the establishment. So I'm going to take one step back in here, into the grounds, the hallowed grounds of the Kibnitsky Hotel. This is Rob Dew reporting for Infowars.com and Infowars, InfowarsLife.com, PrisonPlanet.tv, here in the hallowed halls of the Kibnitsky Hotel, the Taschenberg Palais. I'll get it eventually. And this is where the Bilderberg meeting is going to be taking place. They've kicked everybody out. The last 3 remaining journalists, Dan Dix, Lauren Southern, and Luke Radowski, have all been asked to leave politely but sternly. And so this is it. This is the last time anybody will be inside here for the next 3 days, except for those unelected leaders that I guess some people are even calling the government of Europe. And with that, this is Rob Dew signing off for Infowars.com.